If you've ever known the desire to be the best there is at what you do, if you've ever had the determination to go after what you want and the pride to keep going when you felt like quitting, if you recognize a remarkable achievement even when it isn't your own, then you already know why the Olympics are not just another sports event. At Innsbruck, Austria for the 1976 Winter Games, and in Montreal for the Summer Games, ABC continues its tradition as the Olympic network. And coming this fall, 9 bright new series.
I'm Hutch. He's Starsky.
Starsky and Hutch are the 2 toughest guys on the street.
I don't care. Who are you and what do you want?
Lucky they're cops.
You think he's following us? Well, let's find out. We're not like most partners. Elevator's heading up. I'm taking the stairs.
See, we're both hard-nosed, Raleigh.
I got the fire escape.
And we don't like it.
He's on his way to 3.
When people don't give us everything we want.
He's yours on 4. I'm on my way to 5. So, if each one of you will be good enough to write down what you think might be the answer, no names are necessary. 25 words or less will do. Thank God. Neatness and originality will be taken into consideration.
What's for first prize?
100,000 units of penicillin, sweetheart. Share it with your friends. In position, Starsky. I mean, who in the hell are we supposed to trust? Same people we always trust. Us.
Starsky. Hutch.
I'm Starsky. He's Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch. 10 years ago at James Buchanan High School, they called Gabe Cotter hopeless. Now they call him teacher.
Good morning. I'm your new homeroom teacher.
He's not the school valedictorian, but Vinnie Barbarino is at the top of his class.
This is my place, and these are my people.
Meet Epstein.
The toughest kid in school.
From San Juan.
Your mother's Puerto Rican.
No, my father. My mother's name is Biberman.
Who is this?
He's Horseshack. He talks when I tell him to talk.
Tell him to talk.
Talk, Horseshack.
Hello. How are you?
Well, look, you're a very interesting group of kids, and I love to go on talking to you forever. But it's time to play. Let's go to school. I'm sorry, Barbarino, but this is my class. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Mobile 6 is a 646 over.
Every news story has a beginning, a middle, and a deadline.
Where's McKnight in that freeway pileup footage? Chopper's sitting down right now.
Putting together the evening news is a story in itself.
I'm the new kid, Peter Campbell. You got hired when? Seconds ago, Junior.
When you made me 11 o'clock producer, what did you say? Get me numbers. Put us out in front of the big 3.
Can't you move this any faster? Hey, look, I'm still in the garage. Oh, we're not anymore, Junior, so let's move.
You produce, Maggie. You do not hire.
To be number 1, I need someone who isn't mechanical, with honesty.
Well, what, do you expect me to walk with all my gear? No, I expect you to run.
Somebody who jumps out of that tube. People like that. They sense it. And that makes them watch.
Excuse me, Channel 10 News. Can you tell me just what happened in there?
Mr. Ganser, Channel 10 News. There's an item in the city budget we'd like to have explained.
That kid that was blown up this afternoon trying to hold up a liquor store.
I thought we covered that.
It isn't over. They don't know who he is, and they can't locate his family.
Are you just going to sit there and ignore the fact your son is dying?
First, I'm going to tell you one thing. I never wanted that kid. It was her idea, his mother's. And she leaves. She goes off and leaves me with a kid to raise. No, I'm not going to sign your paper. Beat it.
Okay, mister, you hear me good. We're going outside and wait in the car. We're going to wait 5 minutes, and then we're going to drive off and leave you for the rest of your life with the knowledge that you let your own son die. And I'm going to put it on television. 2 million people are going to see it. I'll make you a celebrity, Mr. Winnick. I guarantee I'll make you famous.
Wherever there's news, there's Mobile One.
Mobile One, Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Ed Sullivan Theater and wherever entertainment's happening.
In 1975-76, the Sullivan Theater will be alive and well with Howard Cosell.
The mellifluent master of pugilistic prose. Live Saturday night with Howard Cosell.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to translate to the world of entertainment the very same techniques that we have brought to the wide world of sports.
We'll be every place in the world, not only for the performances and for the news value that Howard can bring, but for the total unpredictability of a live show.
Let's get back to basics. You know what's going to make this show work? Yours truly, the born superstar. They didn't give me looks, but they gave me an absolute monopoly on brains and talent. And that's going to work.
Sorry, sports fans. Cosell's hit the big time. Irwin Allen presents a classic tale of survival. One family shipwrecked and marooned in a strange land where nothing could save them except themselves. Only a shipwrecked survivor from years past knew of the dangers that lay ahead. Imprisoned in paradise, they were the Swiss Family Robinson.
Carl, will we find a way off the island?
Yes, we will. But until then, Lottie, we've got to make the best of it. Try and find something in it for the children and for us.
Not too friendly too soon.
But they're people.
They're ships the sort the Malay pirates sail.
What are they after? Only one thing brings pirates to a godforsaken place like this.
I want the golden idol.
If I had the thing, don't you think I'd give it to you for my wife's freedom?
The choice is yours, Mr. Robinson.
Just give me the idol. Lottie, run!
You still think this is paradise?
Paradise was their prison. Survival, a way of life.
It's whatever we make it.
Irwin Allen presents The New Adventures of the Swiss Family Robinson. Meet the men of the Gray Bar Hotel. Hector Fuentes.
How do you have pride without privacy? You can't make a move in here without it being on closed-circuit TV. You go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you're on the Late Late Show.
Then there's Cleaver.
I was in isolation once. I was trying to get some rest time in the hospital, and they thought I was trying to put one over on them, so they gave me isolation instead. So what'd you do? Ate some light bulbs.
Good old DeMott.
One time I put X-Lax in the chaplain's cocoa. Did isolation for that one, too. But not as much as the chaplain did.
The man, Sergeant Riker.
I'm prejudiced against smarts, liberals, lames, finks, freaks, hypes, punks, snitches, scrotes, juicers. Are you in there, kid?
And poor Nicky Palak.
I don't think so. I'm Episcopalian. This really ain't such a bad slammer. It's a light prison. There are no high-power hoodlums in here.
Yeah, this camp's always had a lot of high-class, educated dudes.
More than ever now. Today, in this once great nation of ours, there's a very slender line between making a living and fraud.
The funniest place you'll ever do time. On the Rocks. San Francisco, the 1870s. A gaudy, bustling town full of con men and cowboys, card sharps and crooks. They all laughed at the law until this man took them on. Jeff Cable, special investigator and master of disguise. Even the cops don't know he's one of them.
Tonight, we pick our first target. One criminal.
to be punished according to his crime. And who's that example of Esau?
They call him Cash, but no one's sure if that's his name or his religion. The most unlikely person on the Barbary Coast to be a lawman's partner.
I swear it's getting to the place where you can't even trust crooks to be crooks. Cash Conover. And half the rats I know, all of which turn out to be you, working for the governor.
From here we ride away, never to be seen in these parts or spoken of again.
My son, you make a mistake.
No, but you did.
Maybe.
Doug McClure stars as Cash. William Shatner stars as Cable, right in the thick of things on the Barbary Coast. Welcome to the action world of Matt Helm. There's only one kind of case Matt Helm will take. The kind too tough for any other private eye.
I'm closing you down.
Results are guaranteed.
Get out of it, Matt, or they might send someone to look for you.
If it's you, be careful. You just might find me, old chum.
You also arranged hospital and morgue insurance?
Were you an arms dealer, Matt?
He worked for a branch of intelligence called the Machine. It specialized in covert operations.
Leave it up. Don't even go to reunions.
See that Mr. Helm has assistance to an exit.
Matt Helm's one private eye you don't want on your tail. He's a man of action who's got all the action covered.
When did you leave word with your exchange about this unsuspected lair you woke up in?
I always tell him when I'm going somewhere dangerous, like out on a date with you.
Next time we split the check.
What do you make, Matt?
Great exits. You know, I scare myself sometimes when I do these things.
Tony Franciosa is Matt Helm, and Matt Helm is back in action. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was an evil sheriff.
You're not talking.
No. Oh. And a prince of a man named Robin Hood.
Pass the salt, would you please, Friar?
And his merry men.
You know everyone, don't you? Little John? And the good Friar Tuck?
Trust to my son.
And Alan a Dale.
Thank you. You're too kind. But I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that all the people here in the...
Alan, please.
And now back to Robin.
Thank you.
Historians called it Merry Old England.
Enough! Thank you. I really must come down here more often. It's the only place I can genuinely unwind.
The peasants had another word for it.
We want that! Hold your tongues!
Wait till Robin Hood hears of this!
Put him in his place.
He's in his place, sir.
A sword, lads! To the forest, lads!
The party's over.
Mel Brooks carves up the legend of Robin Hood in When Things Were Rotten. Sherwood Forest will never be the same. Yes, it's a bright new primetime season on ABC.
Welcome, welcome.